Hi, everybody. Welcome to Feel Good Friday. I'm your host, Trae Holiday, and we got an amazing show for you guys today. I want to thank you guys for watching and starting your Friday morning with us right here on Converge Media in the Black Media Matters studios. And I got to tell you guys, I woke up feeling so energized this morning. Lots of great feel good energy for me from the gate. And I know we're going to keep that feel good energy going. We have some amazing guests in our lineup today, and I'm excited to discuss all the beautiful things they have going on with them. Our first guest is going to be Lamont Styles. He's coming up and going to talk to us about Lifestyles Barber and a lot of his advocacy and efforts that he's doing out there in Federal Way. That's right. We're bringing folks from South King County right here to Feel Good Friday. I was about to say it again, Salman. Right here to Feel Good Friday, because, you know, we want to also showcase what's happening down there in South King County. And then after Lamont, I get to bring in my good friends of Black Stax. Are going to be talking to us about Artists in the Center, something that they're doing with the Seattle Center. So excited to dive in with them. And we're going to be finishing up our show with Patrick Galactic of Weird at Night. He has finally made his way right here to Feel Good Friday and to the Black Media Matter Studios. It's so interesting because we get to promote them every Friday. But you guys, he got some special clips for us, and I'm excited to get into those as well. And as always, you guys, right now is a perfect opportunity to tag and share the stream. Please tag and share the stream with folks that you feel could benefit from some Feel Good Friday energy right here on Converge Media. And, you know, I'm going to start today with a news clip that I saw. This is an article in GeekWire, and Salman's going to put the link right there in the chat. But I got to say, anytime that I get to support and showcase amazing Black energy, I'm going to do it, right? And so shout out to Sherelle Dorsey. She is a CEO of a platform called The Plug, where she's looking at Black startups, entrepreneurs, and ecosystems. She is somebody who went through a TAF program. Shout out to Trish, who has worked so tirelessly to make sure that young people of color and those from the global majority have access to technology and the technological, jobs that are right here booming in our city. And, Sherelle has written a book. Let me make sure I get this title right here. She's written a book called The Upper Hand. And she's going to be right here in the Central District at Catfish Corner on the 1st of February doing a book signing where she's talking about this book and her experience. I know she's probably going to people are probably going to have questions about The Plug, but she is a local, amazing Black woman doing amazing things. And I saw this article and I got so excited because every time we can sprinkle some Black girl magic here, you guys know I'm going to do it. So I just wanted to send a shout out to Sherelle Dorsey and the book that she has written and really pouring her experience into it so that we can actually understand some of the efforts around this, technological pipeline. We talk about it in community, how we have all these amazing tech companies around us, but we need more opportunities for our young people to be born and bred in it, to be a part of it, to not feel like our city is only, having a bunch of people coming from outside the city to take over these jobs. We have amazing talent right here in the city. And I'm just so thankful that someone like Sherelle is actually sharing her experience in that matter. So shout out to you, Sherelle. Keep on shining. We love seeing you shine here. And I got to give kudos where kudos are due. You're doing the work. And I just want to tell you, I love you for it. All right. Now, after this break, you guys, I get to bring in my good friend, Lamont Styles. He is coming up next. I've been talking to Lamont for a long time, and he is a big supporter and fan of Converge Media. So I get to dive in with him right after this short break. Stay tuned. You're watching Feel Good Friday.
Many years ago, the young Romanov princess went missing. Now, a woman has appeared with no name and no past, but with the drive to discover her destiny. Her past is a mystery. Her future is an adventure. Anastasia, the Broadway musical.
Playing the Paramount Theater January 25th through 30th. Tickets at stgpresents.org.
We invite you to be our guest at Disney's Beauty and the Beast. It's a tale as old as time in a brand new production by the Fifth Avenue Theater. Return to the magic of live theater with one of the most enchanting musicals of all time. Disney's Beauty and the Beast at the Fifth, January 12th to February 6th. Tickets at fifthavenue.org.
Another link. Okay, here we go. Welcome back to Feel Good Friday, you guys. I get to be sitting down with my brother right here from Federal Way, Lamont Styles, doing amazing work out there. Welcome to Feel Good Friday, Lamont.
It feels good, man. I've been a fan of you guys for a while, so just to be here is just I'm loving the energy, like for real.
You know, one thing I can say is that I really appreciate you watching, and one thing that I have been able to witness myself is you sharing what we're doing to everybody out there in Federal Way through Lifestyles Barber Academy. I witnessed it. I walked in and you're like, hey, you don't know Trae? She's with Converge Media. They're doing this and that. And that's really, to me, that's really at the heart of what we do. And when we're spreading that good energy and those vibes, like it comes back tenfold. So I just wanted to tell you that publicly. I appreciate you for doing that.
I appreciate it. I'm not going to lie, man. I've been following you guys like when Amari was doing Black Lives Matter and he was living it on his phone and everything. And I just was like, who is this guy? I know his brother, but I was like, man, what is he doing? And then it just grew and grew and grew. And now you guys are killing it. And I'm happy to know you. I'm happy that my son gets to go to school with your son. And it's just a beautiful thing, man. And, you know, iron sharpens iron. And we just want to support everybody that's doing the work. And you guys are doing the work.
Well, you know, I got to say, you're also doing the work, brother. I mean, out there in Federal Way, it's important that we always talk about this from Black business owners and from that perspective that our people need to see people that look like them doing phenomenal work. And you've been a barber for a long time. Yeah. And then you said, you know what? Not only am I going to be a barber, I need to now be training up the next generation of barbers. Yeah. Please tell us about your background and what made you say that, you know, Lifestyles Barber Academy is how I'm going to make my mark.
Well, barbering saved my life. You know what I'm saying? Like I was going down the wrong path. I got kicked out the military. I was lost and I found barbering and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't learn anything in school. And I've been a barber for over 20 years. And I just was like, man, if I can give the people that come after me the same thing that I've learned, the stuff that I've learned over the last 20 years, I just got a lot of value to give them. And I was like, they can start off with further than I was. You know what I'm saying? So I think the biggest thing is having our own institutions like what you guys are doing here. You see what I'm saying? We have to have our own media. We have to have our own schools and things of that nature. And so I was determined to give more than what I got. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, we started a school. And the other part of it is like a lot of people just don't believe that they can do it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, a lot of my barbering friends, like not too many people thought about a school. You know what I'm saying? And I just was like, well, how do you get in? So I want to open up multiple barbershops. And then I was like, well, man, like I'm not getting enough barbers out of school, not enough quality barbers out of school. And so I was like, I'm telling you guys, look up, like I just called the Washington State Department of Cosmetology and I said, I want to start a barber school. What do I need to do? And they sent me a checklist of what I needed to do. And I said, well, if this is what I need to do, then I'm going to do it. And I'm going to start my own school. and I did it. And we're still like, we're a year into it, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully, or we're looking to be accredited by the end of this year. We'll be able to accept financial aid, which I knew that was another barrier to a lot of people to get into the school. You know, $6,000. A lot of people just can't come out of their pocket with it. So from gate, I was like, I want to be accredited. And so, you know, I was like, well, I need to get accredited. So I looked that up and just went from there. And I just want to show people, because I know, or I'm hoping that I'm not the only one that does this, right? You know, we want other barber schools to pop up. We want other, you know, we just want to flood the field and say, hey, we can do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not just about us and what we're trying to do. We're trying to create.
Yeah, well, one thing that I really appreciate about something that you shared with me too is it's not just about, you know, barber for barbering's sake, right? You're talking about a culture and a legacy of barbers. And even when we look at this amazing wall behind us, we know that, you know, I'm always reminded of the times that where it was like we had such thriving culture. And cosmetology, barber shops and beauty shops, they've always been a part of that, where, you know, a young man can go in, you know, man, he walks out feeling like a king, a prince. And the ideas that you really are infusing that in your approach. Tell us about that, and like how you also see, you know, not just your school, but then your barbershops also being a part of this legacy and culture.
Well, my model is off of Madam C.J. Walker, right? I watched the movie, I had heard about her, and the more I learned about her, you know, there's a couple ways that we used to get our information. One was church, the other was the salon or the barbershop, you know what I'm saying? And so we just always took that serious. If you look at the history, like barbers, like the shops, we always do backpack giveaways, you know, just we're community oriented, you see what I'm saying? So I was like, we're gonna bring this back tenfold, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna pour into the community through our business. And so this is a low barrier startup, a low barrier to get into the business. And so it just was like, man, let's pour into people and bring back the culture that we used to have. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I agree with you, and I can't agree with you more. One thing that I think is so poignant is your location as well. You know, we've talked about gentrification here on, you know, Converge Media so often. We know that Black communities were really hit the hardest. And when we talk about the Central District, it was just a hub. And now we have families that are all spread out throughout King County. And in Federal Way, there's 14% Black families out there. And you are, you know, now setting up an anchor for, you know, young Black folks and others to really come in to that legacy and culture. And I think that, you know, not only that, but you've done work out there for advocacy, you know, for, you know, Black liberation and just the connection again, which, you know, we always say, like why King always says, buildings don't build, you know, community, it's the people. And you have to have those ties in community. Tell us about some of the community work that you're involved in out there in Federal Way.
Where do I start? So basically, like I said, barbering was the intro, right? And then as a barber, you meet a lot of different people. And so like kids would come in and, you know, maybe 3 kids come in, only one can get their hair cut. It doesn't cost me anything but time, right? And so we try to show them that this is how you can give back. So we give free haircuts all the time, you know what I'm saying? And so that introduced me to other people in the community. Like, shout out to my man, Jesse Johnson, Joaquin, man, they've been putting in work for a long time. And so, that introduced me to different people. And then once I got into like the different politics and stuff like that, I was like, this is where we make our difference. Going to the school board meetings, going to the city council meetings, this is where we can make our difference. And just like I said, it's just like starting a barber school. Like, a lot of people just don't think that they can do it. And it's just like, man, get that out your head. I went to my first city council meeting and I saw one of my neighbors there, and he was special needs, and nothing against it, but I was like, man, well, man, he got up there and he spoke with confidence, and I was like, I'm just sitting in the crowd like, can I say something? And so from then on, it was over. It was just like anybody and everybody has a voice. And so I just started there and I just went out. And so, like I said, like you, to your point, just whatever we can do, to be honest with you, just each one teach one, get the message out, go to these meetings, and let's build our community. It's not going to get better if we just all are looking and saying, I thought you were going to do it. I thought you were going to do it. No, we all have our space. And like you said, Federal Way, it's 100 and something languages spoken in Federal Way. We're one of the most diverse cities in Washington. You see what I'm saying? So it only makes sense. The culture, I love culture. You know what I'm saying? Like I love learning about. I spent 4 years in the Philippines, right? And so I just love to learn about. And we are in a place where you can learn about, the Russian culture, Ukraine, Japanese, China, just whatever. We in a melting pot right here. So it just was really about just reaching out and showing people like, hey, we're more alike than we are different. Let's come together and make a change.
Yeah, and that message resonates with me every single day, my friend. I tell you that, I'm always saying here, I end every show like, see yourself as part of the solution. And the reason why, and people have heard me talk about this a lot, but the reason why is exactly what you said there. If we're waiting around, criticizing the system and doing nothing about it, then, are we much better than the system? We're sitting there just accepting it and not doing anything. But yet we all have brilliance and ideas and innovation of strategy and approach that we can bring to something that will probably change the game. But if we're sitting at home and not doing it, or saying, oh, I thought you were, I love how you said that, because it's something that really resonates with me on the daily.
But you got to see the wins, right?
Yeah.
So if it wasn't like, if I didn't see like my actions actually going somewhere, then I probably might have been like, this is not going to work. But when I would go to the school board meetings, or when I would go to my son's school, like I was getting action. Like they were coming to me like, we were waiting for you guys to do this, or somebody to come in and help. And so I just was like, yo, like if just believe in yourself. And once you start seeing wins, and once you start seeing like, say I had an issue with my getting my school up and going, and I call like the Washington State Department of Cosmetology, and I'm like, hey, I have a problem. Can you help me? And they help me. Or if I call my state representative, Jesse Johnson, and I say, hey, can you help me with this issue? And then they actually help me. And I'm like, man, Senator Claire Wilson, like I'm talking to, and they're actually helping. And I'm like, this is not just me. Like you can do it. Anybody can do this. And so we just encourage people to just stand up and let your voice be heard.
I think you're so right too about the wins, because they really set a foundation for the fact that it is important, and your voice is just as important as anybody else who's showing up all the time. We also understand too that, now is the time. I mean, there's a digitization of the legislative session, which really changes the game for a lot of families who don't have the time or the resources to, take a day off of work, go all the way down to Olympia, find childcare, all of that. So it's really opened itself up. And earlier you mentioned, your son Solomon, and just last week right here on the Morning Update show, he was here, and I gotta say he connected with our director Salman, because Salman was like, what, your name is Solomon? My name is Solomon too. And it was so, he was here like, hi everybody. He was such a gem. Yeah. So thank you so much. And you're right, I think us being connected in community is key. I want to make sure before we let you go, you can look right there in the camera, tell people how they can catch up with you at Lifestyles Barber Academy.
So you can check us out at you can go to our website, www.lifestyles, LIFESSTYLES, Barber Academy, BARBERACADEMY.com. You can check us out on Facebook. We have a Facebook page and a Instagram page, Lifestyles Barber Academy as well. And the website will probably be the best way. And just come check us out. Like we're for real. Like our motto is that we're not just going to teach you the craft. We're going to teach you the business. You can ask my student over here. I brought one of my students will be. We talk about everything. We just don't talk about barbering. We talk about life in general. I'm a serial entrepreneur. So we barbering is just the intro to it. But if you come in and you connect with us, I can guarantee we're going to give you everything. I'm going to give you everything I can for this craft. And I want to leave you with this. We don't teach you just to cut hair. We want you to get your license so you can actually pay your taxes, buy property and things of this nature, and then move on to the next step. We don't want to just train you and then, you don't ever get your license and you just a side barber. No, we want you to actually get into the industry, and it's a beautiful industry, and we're going to pour into our community. I promise you that.
Lamont Styles, man, my God, I'm so appreciative of you joining us this morning, giving us some of your time, and thank you so much for your ever-loving support of us over here at Converge Media.
Always.
You are doing amazing work, and I'm glad that we can use a slot on Feel Good Friday to showcase it.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Peace and blessings to you and everybody else.
Absolutely. See, I told y'all we're starting Feel Good Friday off nice and right. Coming up after this short break, we're going to make sure our guys, Black Stax, are back there in the technical booth. We're going to be bringing them through video link right after this short break. You guys stay tuned. You're watching Feel Good Friday.
Hey guys, Besa Gordon here, and before heading to Belize, Trae Holiday and I had to make sure we linked up with our good friends over at Market Street Shoes to, of course, grab a few things for the trip. From bags to socks, shoes, sunglasses, earrings, and more. Before going on any trip, make sure you stop at Market Street Shoes. Trust me, you'll find just what you need to make your trip not only enjoyable, but fashionable.
For the city, I did it for the love, I did it for the people, I did it for us.
Back on this rap-ish, I ain't even broke a sweat, homie, this practice. Pondering my next move, staring at my track list, hope I ain't miss my window. Praying like a Baptist, Seattle's own, tired of this Game of Thrones. They made a list of the best rappers and guess who wasn't on? While the disrespect continues, I'm steady packing these venues.
Converge Media produces culturally relevant content for Black and urban audiences. Our coverage is raw, transparent, and objective, praised by community leaders, government officials, and residents. Support Converge Media today via Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal at Converge Media.
Hey y'all, T-Dub here, letting you know about another art funding opportunity. For Culture Recovery funding for individuals is available now, and here's what you need to know to apply. Are you a cultural producer who has been impacted by the pandemic? If you answered yes, but what is a cultural producer? Well, you are a cultural producer if your work, paid or unpaid, is dedicated to creating cultural experiences in any discipline or at any stage of your career. Some examples include exhibit designers, museums educations, archivists, restoration professionals, curators, history researchers, artists, of course, and more. In understanding that grant language can sometimes feel exclusive to specific people, using terms like cultural producer is one of the ways For Culture seeks to broaden its scope of applicants. In other words, this funding is for you. And look, the application fatigue is real. I get it, they get it. But the For Culture staff is here to walk you through it. They have grants from $1,000 to $12,000, so please don't miss out. The deadline to apply is Wednesday, February 2nd. Head to forculture.org/recovery to get information on virtual group workshops, application support, language translation, and more.
Welcome back, everybody, to Feel Good Friday. If you guys can tell, I'm like always rocking in this seat. Isn't that right, Salman? I'm always rocking in this seat. He has to catch me. You know what? I'm so excited. I get to bring in my fam, Black Stax. I got Felicia Loud, and I got my man, Jace, in the building. What's up? Let's bring him in.
What's happening?
Oh, happy Friday. Happy
Feel
Friday.
Yes. Feel Good Friday to y'all over there. How y'all doing today?
Doing well.
Black and alive. We black and alive over here.
How you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm telling you, I'm feeling real good this Feel Good Friday. Later on today, I get to watch Beauty and the Beast with my sister. First time that they have a Black woman cast as Belle. So you know I'm on. It's on today.
Come on. So they had a few Black folks cast in that. That's going to be banging.
Yeah. Yes, I'm excited. But I'm so excited you guys were able to make time in your busy schedule for us on Feel Good Friday today. You guys have a lot going on, and I want to really start because you guys have been doing music for a very long time. Tell us about the beginnings of Black Stax, because so many people know your name throughout this city and beyond. You guys are phenomenal.
Ooh.
How do you do? How do you think that? Right? How do you think that? First of all, thank you very much, Trayana. It's always a pleasure to see you, and get a chance to speak with you is even better. I'm Jace E. Cage. I'm the MC of the crew. This is the one and only Miss Felicia V. Loud, y'all. And how we came together was actually out of mutual respect for one another and respecting each other's craft. I used to go to shows and watch Felicia on stage and be like, who's this powerful little woman that's just blowing the roof off this joint? and really giving us all these feels, these vibes, this energy. And used to go check her out at Langston Hughes and Mecca's and, you know, all over the city, and just was a fan of hers. And so as I was, you know, moving forward in my career with Silent Land Project, you know, we wanted to continue to evolve and elevate. And we talked about who would be a great fit, who is the artist we could bring in that would bring that balance to us, but also rise us to the next level. And there was only one artist we could think about, and that was Felicia Loud. So we were able to sit down over a good meal. You know how good meals are for the soul and the spirit. Right. We were able to sit down. Felicia cooked us some good meals. And we talked about, you know, the next step in our next phase in our careers. And as we continued to talk, we just watched the movie about Stax, performing the Stax artists and Watch Stax as a documentary. We watched that, and we knew that after seeing that, all the forms of music, Black music, needed to be included in our elevation, in our journey. And so, you know, we wanted to make sure that people knew we were Black man, Black woman, Black folks, proud of that. And we put Black in the name and added Stax to add that element of stacking all the music that Black people have created on this planet, whether it's jazz, blues, funk, soul, rock and roll, disco, country and western, reggae, African drum. And we wanted to include that in the music that we presented and represent the shoulders that we stand on and the ancestors that have gone before us.
Yeah, well, you guys have definitely been so involved in community and really showcasing your artistry in ways that is very unique, right? It's such a great blend of soul, R&B, hip hop, like you said, jazz. I get that throughout you guys' music, and I'm so glad that you guys sent us an amazing video. We're going to play that video right now. This is Black Stax, you guys, and their song, Spell. Ooh, just a little snippet of that right there. I guess maybe people couldn't hear it on the stream, but we were over here rocking in the studio. I'm going to tell you right now, you guys are always doing some amazing work. And now you guys are going to be connected with Seattle Center for this new initiative that they've been having going on, Artists in the Center. Tell us a little bit more about that.
You got that. Okay, well, the Artists at the Center is about activating the Seattle Center, you know, with all the new stuff that's going on there, from the arena to all the things they're building. They wanted to make sure that art was incorporated in that, because we all know how art makes people feel. You know, it plays a big role in the society and communities. And so we've been blessed to be a part of this new initiative, Artists at the Center, presented by the Seattle Arts and Culture in the Seattle Center. And we're going to be there on the 29th, putting it down, getting down. Come join us.
Yeah. So, I mean, that was one of the things that I think we wanted to showcase, is that you guys had Makeda there in the video spell, and Makeda is also going to be on stage with you guys tomorrow. But you guys are part of a lineup, and you guys, I'm gonna tell you, it's one of those things. Every time I get to talk to an artist, I always want to bring up the fact that, you know, when you talk about artistry, you're talking about a family. You know, just seeing Queen Makeda there in the video doing her thing just gave me so much warmth, because it is another indicator of how connected you guys really are to this community. You guys both do other things outside of Black Stax. I know, Jace, you got the residency, you're bringing up the next generation. Miss Felicia, you're over here with the youth, you know, pulling them out when it comes to acting. I know you're definitely one of my major mentors. But you guys also talk to me about this artistry family that you guys are a part of here in Seattle.
The family. Well, you know, growing up with folks and watching how they move in different directions. It's every family has its own dynamic in terms of how people move. And even though there are times where you don't see your family members, you don't participate in family outings and gatherings and things like that. When you come together, it's still that feeling of trust and honesty and just really with family. The wonderful thing about having a family of artists that, you know, that everybody has this particular talent is that you can broaden what it is that you do. So us being Black Stax, being a vocalist, being an MC, broadening our family base in terms of having Queen Kesh, that is a vocalist plus a DJ. Has a show tonight too. What that show?
No, don't worry. Come on, keep it moving. I don't know. I gotta look.
And then having our keyboardist, Sydney, you know, being brought in through another artist. So, you know, the family gets bigger and bigger as it goes along, and the respect for the artistry is there. And, you know, just want to keep it positive, because that's the most important part of what art can offer right now, because people can't vibe with you. One of the biggest gifts that an artist can give to an audience is being present and being connected. And since now we haven't had the opportunity in 2 years, like everybody else around the world, to really be connected consistently, you want that family relationship, because you want people that you can talk to. That's like, how do we get the music out? Be it visually for visual arts. How do we get the music out? Be it through playing the music on the radio. How do we get the music out? Be it, you know, what are the images that you have that you may put our soundtrack in the back of? And so the family here, you know, just wanting to make sure that, you know, we all have an understanding of how to talk to one another, and how to make sure that continue to move forward. And if you know, not everything in the family is not always pretty, but we make sure that we're always truthful.
Yes. Yeah. And that's really the energy I've gotten from both of you from day one. I know, you know, for me, being in community means something, right? And it's like, it's not just me doing something I love because it's just for me, but it's this larger connection of community. So I love how you say that, because you're absolutely right. It's about being able to cherish each other's gifts and also connect in a way that allows for that authenticity to come through. And, you know, you guys are always authentic. I mean, we got to see you guys perform this last summer. You guys are always performing. What are some of the things you guys have coming up for Black Stax? I know you guys just, you know, recorded a video, man. Let us know when it's dropping. Tell us how you guys are keeping it moving.
Weren't able to come to because you was working, as you all know. Shoot, miss
Okay. Coming up, we're working on a new album that's going to be produced by G Fields. So that's taking a lot of time. We're planning to get out of the country in the next few months. If God willing, all things are, stable and we can travel. So we'll be hitting the road for about 4 weeks. We got a couple more videos we're about to shoot. We're about to do a little collaboration with a rising star here in Seattle, Washington. What else do we got going on?
February 12th, Wanawari, their Porch series. We're going to be a part of that on February 12th. And I believe that's on, they said that they had room for 10 people. It's outside, so I'm guessing they may put out some lawn chairs. I'm not quite sure. But that's February the 12th. I'm not quite sure when it's going to be shown, because it's going to be just like, we do the taping and all of that for 4 hours, and then they show 30 minutes of it. But that's Wanawari on February 12th. And then we have April the 9th and April the 10th at North Shore Theater Community Center in Bothell. So those are 3 dates that we have right now here. And so those are events you can come to that we know.
Yes. Well, I just want
to 29th. I'm sorry, Trae, and of course Saturday. Like, come through. It's free. Yeah. Just come rock. Yeah. Come vibe with us. We'll be there.
Yes, Seattle Center tomorrow, right? What time is that?
5:30. 5:30.
All right. You guys are doing the work, and appreciate you guys so much. And also, thank you guys for your resilience during this COVID time. I know it hit artists in a way, that was unprecedented, venues closing and everything else. So I'm sending you guys positive vibes as you guys embark upon your upcoming performances. And shout out to Seattle Center for recognizing local talent and have you guys on this amazing roster for Artists at the Center. I know you guys are going to kill it tomorrow. I'll definitely be trying to be there if I can. I got some stuff with my son, but if I can make it, y'all will see me out there rocking with y'all in the crowd. Thanks so much for being right here on Feel Good Friday. Make sure the folks know how they can catch up with you and your music. How do they find you guys?
Well, this is Felicia's favorite part of the segments, where she gets to talk about how to keep up with Black Stax.
All right, so here we go. You can check us out on our website at www.blackstaxmusic.com. You can check us out on Instagram at black_stax. We are on social platforms when it comes down to music. So on Tidal, on SoundCloud, look up Coins, Spotify, look up Coins, look up our name. That's BLACKSTAX, Black Stax.
And I got a new project out called Coins that's hosted by a DJ from France as part of a collective called Mixtape Addicts. The new project is called Coins, hosted by DJ King Flow. We got production from G Fields. We got production from Rob Banks Beats. We got production from See No Good. We got production from Flip Some Music. And it's just a collection of works that we put together through the pandemic, before the pandemic, and after the pandemic, to talk about how change is equal currency. And the currency we're talking about is value. And so, as we always like to put little messages in the music, tap in with Coins, get your fix. Get your currency, share it with somebody, and stay staxing with Black Stax, and follow us where you can and if you will. And we feel really good about the work that we're putting forth. And I want to give a shout out to DJ Queen Cash and say tonight at C's and Steve's studio, DJ Queen Cash will be there from 7 to 10 o'clock, y'all.
Hey, I love all this amazing music flowing through our city, man. Shout out to you guys, and thank you again for joining me today on Feel Good Friday. So glad I got to be with y'all. Thank y'all.
Thank you for having me.
One love.
Yes. Hey, that's my fam right there. And I got to say, they are phenomenal. I mean, as you heard, check them out. Check out the music. If it's not on us to support our local talent, we got to say, who will? We can't be talking about, where's Seattle music at? It's here. It's thriving. It's alive and well. And it's there for you guys to be able to support it, become fans, follow them, go to their shows. It's all about love. Thank you. I'm so glad that they were on. Really exciting. And coming up next, I'm also excited because I finally get to sit down with Patrick Galactic right there. He's coming up next after this short break. We're going to be talking about all the things that are weird at night. Stay tuned. You're watching Feel Good Friday.
Hey guys, Besa Gordon here with some much needed information about what's happening in our communities when it comes to COVID-19 in 2022. Omicron is actually the latest COVID-19 variant and honestly is hitting our local communities and hospitals pretty hard. You can help out by 1, making sure you are vaccinated, 2, making sure you have your booster, and 3, simply masking up. As we learn more about COVID-19, we're also learning more about how the vaccine works best. A booster shot 2 to 5 months after your COVID-19 vaccine significantly improves protection against COVID and its many variants. If you need a COVID-19 vaccine or a booster, there are free options for transportation and childcare that are available. To learn more about all of your options and where you can get your booster shot, go to kingcounty.gov/COVID/vaccine.
In the depths of Belize, the travelers come across the waters, harvesting with their hands, learning of resilience rooted deep in the lands, culture thriving like a fire ablaze, sizzling with a pop and a chop, sharing its ways. Knowledge simmers and grinds into the hearts and minds, cutting away from the surface stories and colonial lies, boiling it down, breaking its shell as the truth pours out and gets plated collectively with love, spooned into bowls, feeding the soul. Garifuna, alive and strong at Palmetto Grove.
We invite you to be our guest at Disney's Beauty and the Beast. It's a tale as old as time in a brand new production by the Fifth Avenue Theater. Return to the magic of live theater with one of the most enchanting musicals of all time. Disney's Beauty and the Beast at the Fifth, January 12th to February 6th. Tickets at fifthavenue.org.
Welcome back, everybody, to Feel Good Friday. I'm your host, Trae Holiday, and I just got to send a special shout out to Fifth Avenue Theater. I'm so looking forward to being there tonight with my sister to watch Portia Shaw in action as the very Belle. This is something me and my sister just love as a story, so I'm just so elated to be able to be there tonight for Beauty and the Beast. And I'm also equally elated right now that Patrick Galactic from Wood at Night is on the set with me. What's up, Patrick?
Hey, Trae, it's so good to be here. Can I do something real quick?
Of course you can.
I'm gonna do a little. It's so good to be here. We've collaborated in a lot of ways, but we've never actually met. And now here we are. I'm in the studio.
You know what? I got to say, me and Omari talked about you guys all the time. And it's so funny because he's like, oh, no, it's definitely going to get weird. So we're just excited that you guys are here today. And me, you guys are doing something that is so artistic. It is one of the most eclectic shows I've ever seen. And it really takes me back to like Mystery Science Theater 3000. Like you guys have all of these influences that I'm like, oh, that reminds me of my childhood. Tell us about what Weird at Night is for those who haven't seen it.
Yeah, well, Weird at Night, it started during the pandemic. I'm a musician. I was kind of looking for something new to do. And essentially what Weird at Night is kind of a tribute to cable access from the 90s where you could turn on and any random weird thing could be on there. It's got a little Twilight Zone, definitely Mystery Science Theater. We share art, we share music. We call ourselves a haven for creative conversation, right? So we're on Twitch and you can interact with the show while it's going on. There's some elements of it that, are we want you to watch. And then then you can give me a hard time and make fun of me, and I love it. It's a great thing. So it's really a place where we encourage people to trust their creative impulse. I think in the world today that we live in, there's so many things kind of telling you not to be yourself, telling you to fit in, telling you to, and we are the exact opposite of that. We want to be kind of a voice in the darkness telling you, trust yourself. You're good enough. You're cool. you can do this.
Well, you know, I gotta say, it is. I've been able to tap in, and I just am like, wow, I'm blown away by the way that you guys are infusing so many different art forms at Weird at Night. But you guys are also another place where local talent is finding itself, and you guys are showcasing that. Talk to me about the connection you have to this local artistry kind of family, just as I was asking Black Stax, but you guys are doing that too.
Yeah, well, and Black Stax really said it so well. I was like, wow, they're setting me up perfectly. You know, art is so important. And there are so many artists out there, yet there is so few channels for those artists. And what we want to do is take out the gatekeeping kind of mentality of sharing art. You know, like, what label are you on? Who's your publicist? That kind of thing. So we've really gotten away from, we've tried to just completely squash that whole notion. So you may be somebody who has no followers, no Facebook page, no anything, but if we like what you do, we'll put it on the show. Because people should know about what you're doing. And really, it's about having an experience with someone's art. And if that art is moving to others, you know, it's going to be on Weird at Night. That's the only barrier for entry. There's no, we're not some cool shop that's trying to put out the cool, trendy stuff. It's more like, hey, this moved me. I think you should hear about it. You know,
I love that. And I think we need more of that in the world. Kudos to you guys for really having the bold, innovative approach that you guys are taking to showcasing artistry. But also, you know, I'm with you on this, Patrick. I got to say, like, you know, people are like, how come you don't have 10, 20,000 followers? You're doing this and that. And I'm like, I don't spend my time there, like, you know, trying to, I guess, build up this like Instagram following or Facebook following or whatever else, whatever other platform there is. I really like being connected in the world, right? And like this idea that now we have all of these other kind of monikers on us is something that I'm not looking forward to. But I gotta say, you guys sent over a clip and I get to finally be infused in the Weird at Night. Set us up for this one.
Well, you know, Trae, I'm glad you brought that up, because with Weird at Night, what's fiction can become real, and what's real can become fiction. And so where's the line? I guess we're going to have to find out, but it sounds like you're going to be a part of it, Trae, and I'm pretty excited.
Welcome to the Waniverse, Triana. Apologies for the unexpected teleportation, but we have a very important meeting on Saturday night, and we needed a good journalist to cover it. Oh, but first there's some people you should meet. This is Patrick Galactic, host of the show. Sometimes it's hosted by Stone Cold Steve Austin, or myself, or... don't worry about him. That's McGruff, the talking noir dog. Oh, and that's Terry Monstrosity. He's always making the magic. And he's friends with Mandy, the goblin bird, who used to be a mad climate scientist. That mystery was solved by Steve Germany and Dartone III, our resident WAN detectives. Now they're tangled up with space raccoons from Mars, and everyone is gathering for a big meeting with the Trash Force coming up. Even the alien Sam Circle will be in attendance. Just another day in the Waniverse. Good luck.
I gotta say, I saw that clip and it was so joyful for me. I was just like, yeah, I'm making my debut into the Waniverse the Waniverse. I mean, you guys are so amazing.
Yeah.
And I loved it. Absolutely, Patrick. Thank you for allowing me to enter the Waniverse.
Hey, thank you for being a part of it. And we also brought a little commemorative item for the studio so that you all can commemorate our presence here on the Converge Media networks.
Oh my gosh. Well, you know what? You guys did your research or something, because these are like some of my favorite colors right here. You know what I mean? I'm loving a monochrome with a pop of pink. Jake knows this. So it's going to be on and popping. You will definitely see me wearing this and rocking this. Thank you so much, Patrick.
Hey.
And, you know, coming up this Saturday, tomorrow night at 10 p.m., you guys have another clip where you guys are actually kind of showcasing what the show is going to be about. Make sure the folks know what's up with that so we can roll that clip.
Yeah. So we tomorrow night we have a video with Eric Calligraphy, produced by somebody in this room right now, Jake Grabrot, and we have Goodie Bag, who's been a very reliable guest on our show, and we have Shubzilla with Bill Beats, who is also going to be on the show. Terry Monstrosity. We have Not For Sale. It's a grab bag of very cool art, very cool musicians doing very cool things, visual artists, and we're gonna have this crazy story that Trae and a lot of other people are going to be involved in. So if you watch Weird at Night and you see the characters and you're confused, that's the point. But we also have an archive that we're assembling on our YouTube page that will, if you want to dive in and learn the whole lore, it's all there. And so things are very exciting right now. But tomorrow at 10 p.m. right here on Converge, on the Converge Facebook page, we will be live with this incredible episode of art.
It's square life in my spare time, and my main style is on airline. Can't smile with no two-timers. I'm not looking for fair shine, not booking for credibility. My ability is rare to find. Errors rarefied, terrorize. Share my grievance, then I dare to grind. Bearing weight, load is verified. Stare at fate right there in the eyes. Inundate with the very prices. Finna stay, I ain't faking mine. Still we rise, right about the crisis. End up fighting them empty lies. Get away from the same impassive. Ain't no saints when we saving lives. I'm on the way, no not to make it, but I'm in it safe. Keeping what's sacred and burning the haze. We won't partake in no turning in graves. Nothing forsaken in world of today when they taking the truth and they turning the gray. Stay in the booth when I'm turning the page. Not gonna keep writing cause nobody written. I'm not gonna keep fighting with shit in my brain. But I keep typing, observing, and saying 3 up for hyphens, these niggas is crazy and nobody hate me when I go again.
That. We should. Oh my gosh, we're over here like loving it. I'm telling you guys, this energy is amazing. And that was Terry. You got a little emblem right there too.
Hey, I'm giving the love up to Terry Monstrosity. Terry has been on every episode of Weird at Night for well over 100 episodes in a row.
Oh my god.
So Terry does a freestyle or we find something Terry's done. We believe in Terry so much. He's become a part of the show. He's been a character on the show. He's been in some of these bizarre segments that we've run. He's somebody I would call a good friend, and I've never met him in person once, ever. But we started working on this project together, Weird at Night, and Terry, just grabbing Terry's stuff and putting it on the show. And he's cultivated a bit of a following. But I will say the world should really be celebrating Terry Monstrosity in every way possible. This is an artist that deserves your attention. Go to terrymonstrosity.com. terrymonstrosity.com. You will hear his fantastic stuff.
Oh my gosh, Patrick, I'm so thankful. And I gotta say, I already know that it takes a lot of work to pull these shows and episodes together. I want to thank you and the whole Weird at Night team for all of the energy and effort you guys are putting. I'm so glad that you came today, and I cannot wait. You know what? I'm telling you, it's gonna be me. One of these days, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna do something weird with y'all because I'm telling you, I'm ready to get weird, and I say it all the time. So thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you so much for this hat. I'm definitely gonna be wearing it, and make sure you just said it tomorrow night, 10 p.m. right here anywhere you guys are watching Feel Good Friday. You guys can also catch our folks over there at Weird at Night. Patrick, thanks so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. I'm over here elated, you guys, because the energy and the feel good energy over here is real. Patrick just set us up really nicely. Coming up right now, I want to make sure we showcase our girl, Besa Gordon, and the Rewind with Besa. She puts a lot of effort into this. Let's hear the tea coming from Besa Gordon. Rewind with Besa.
Hey guys, Besa Gordon here, and of course it is time for a quick Rewind with Besa, where of course I go over different things in entertainment news while also talking about some local events that we have going on here that I feel like you should know about. But first, you already know we gotta have a quick shout out to our sponsors. First and foremost, Anastasia is still playing at the Paramount Theater. You'll be able to see it until Sunday, okay? That is the last day that it will be at the Paramount Theater. We also have Beauty and the Beast that started on January 21st, and that will be done on February 6th. Lastly, we have Romeo and Juliet. That is actually showing at McCall Hall from February 4th to February 13th. Now, you know what I always say, make sure that you guys grab your tickets sooner than later, because honestly, these tickets are gonna sell out. I did get a chance to go and see Anastasia, and it was so freaking good. Like, I'm not gonna front, I didn't really know the story about Anastasia like that. I feel like it was just never read to me, or I just didn't watch the cartoon, I don't know. But I truly enjoyed the musical version of it. So if you like good dancing, you like good music, you definitely want to pull up to that one. In music news, looks like Nicki Minaj is dropping a new music video with rapper Lil Baby, or shall I say a new single, which is basically the same thing. I'm pretty sure she's gonna drop a single and the song that's going to go with it. Either way, she let us know by posting on Twitter, do we have a problem? So So this song looks like it's going to drop on February 4th, and I'm not gonna front, this is definitely a song that I can't wait to hear. One thing about Nicki Minaj is that she does okay when she raps with other women, but it's something about when she does a song with another male where she just kind of goes a little bit harder. So definitely can't wait to see what vibes Nicki Minaj is bringing with this new song, and hopefully we get an album before the damn year is over. Now let's get into the rewind. First and foremost, rapper Cardi B has been going back and forth in court with a YouTuber by the name of Tasha K. In case you don't know, Tasha K basically a few years ago said things about Cardi B like how she had herpes. She said that she was a prostitute. She said she was doing a massive amount of drugs, among other things, and eventually Cardi B got sick of it. She sent her some cease and desist. Tasha K decided to say she was going to wipe her you know what with it, and ignored them. I want to say Cardi B's lawyers ended up sending her a good 3 cease and desist letters. She never did, so they ended up being in a 4-year court battle just for Tasha K to now have to pay upwards of $4 million to Cardi B, and I wouldn't be surprised if she ends up having to pay a little bit more. According to Tasha K, her lawyers are currently filing an appeal, and actually I feel that she said the appeal has already been filed. Check out this clip of Tasha K giving her first statement since the case ended earlier this week.
Me to fight this case from the beginning. My case will set a precedent for all future media, and we intend to fight until the truth is out. There was no defamation, no invasion of privacy, and suicidal thoughts, and we proved that with sufficient factual evidence. In court, my lawyers taught me about preserving the record so that it's noted for the future. Well, this is me right now preserving the record. We will fight no matter the cost or length, even if this takes years.
And then of course Cardi B also had a statement for the public. I want to say TMZ caught up with her. I'm not sure if they caught up with her right after the court date when she came out of court or somewhere else, but this is what Cardi B had to say about the last 4 years of her life.
I want to say thank you, Cardi Gang. Thank you guys for always keeping me strong. Thank you for knowing who I really am. You know, like I said, so many salacious guys have been told about me, but I feel like I'm a person that don't like to show my emotions to the world, because sometimes I feel like my emotions can get used against me. So sometimes I don't know if people get to know who I really am and how I really feel, but I'm not like this monster that people make me out to be. And I want to say thank you for always believing in me, always playing my music, always being there for me. I love you.
In case you guys don't know, one of the things that Cardi B had to do was get on the stand. She also had to take an STD test to prove that she did not have herpes. How embarrassing. But aside from that, while she was on the stand, she said that she had to go through therapy because apparently all the nasty things that Tasha K was saying about her made her suicidal, and frankly she wasn't even able to be intimate with her own husband. Either way, they're probably going to go back to court pretty soon, being that Tasha K is already filing an appeal. And I will also note that before this whole trial really went down, in terms of Tasha K's most recent statement, she actually had 1 million subscribers on YouTube, and people are now noticing that she has under 1 million subscribers. So obviously her fans were not feeling something about what she did. Looks like about 70,000 people have recently signed a petition to get Travis Scott on Coachella 2023. Now let's be honest, there are a lot of times when celebrities' fans will create petitions and it actually does get them on these different shows. The difference is Travis Scott is currently blackballed after his Astroworld Festival, where at least 10 people ended up passing away and hundreds of people ended up being injured. If you need a quick refresher on that, here is Travis Scott's apology after the incident.
I'm honestly just devastated, and I could never imagine anything like this just happening. And I just want to send out prayers to the ones that was lost last night.
Since then, he's been removed from a lot of different award shows and festivals, and his fans are like, yo, we want to rage, we want our guy back. So they're trying to get him on Coachella 2023. I don't necessarily know if it's going to happen, but you know how this world is. Things kind of blow over time. Not saying that Astroworld Festival is not a serious situation. I'm just saying that the general public has a very, very short attention span, let alone memory, and it's possible that by 2023, people will be okay with him getting on stage again. Now, yesterday was actually the 1 1-year anniversary of the death of Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gigi. Now, of course, while everyone else is posting memories of them going to different games together, photos of them, just cute things, it looks like there was a man, I don't know what state that he was in, but he actually ended up making a statue of the two. In this particular photo, you can't see it extremely close up, but it looks like he might have did a pretty good job. Lastly, Yo Gotti is working on a new project. It is called CM10, and he's actually looking for some new talent to get on one of his songs. And he even said if you're really good, you might get signed to his label. Check out what Yo Gotti had to say.
Hey, yo, I feel like changing the rapper life today, so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna upload this song. Whoever put the hardest verse on it, I'm gonna put you on my album, CM10. Let's go.
I think this is really dope because honestly nowadays it can be a little bit hard for up and coming artists to get in the face of someone like Yo Gotti, especially with COVID. It's not like you can just go backstage and meet them at a concert. A lot of people really aren't moving around like that. Plus, if you do go to different concerts and events like I do, you know for a fact that security is not as willing to let anyone backstage unless you are literally brought backstage with the band or the main artist. So I'm actually really excited to see who he ends up picking. Hopefully it doesn't end up being like a little baby or a sweetie, aka someone that we already know. I really am hoping that he takes this moment and gives it to someone that really is up and coming and is trying to get their feet wet. Anywho, that is all that I have for this week's episode of Rewind with Besa. Now it's currently January 27th, right? And today is actually my grandmother's birthday. She would have been 98 years old today. However, as some of you may or may not know, she actually passed away a couple weeks ago. Literally, I want to say about 16 days before her birthday. Either way, it's honestly very ironic that today is her birthday and Saturday happens to be her funeral. Now, of course, I miss my grandmother and it's definitely very sad to have to go to someone's funeral the same week of their birthday, but I have to say I know that she's resting very, very well now that she is officially at peace. So either who, that is all that I have for you guys this week on Rewind with Besa. Of course, I'll be back next week. Keep up with me on social media at Besa Gordon. And of course, you can listen to me on Q93.3 weekdays 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. You can listen to me on Jammin' 107.5 in Portland, weekends 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. And on Sunday nights, I am on B95 in Fresno, California from 7 p.m. to 12 a.m. So until next time, have a great day.
Oh, my girl, Besa, bringing us all the tea from out there on the streets and in the industry. Thank you so much, Besa, for making those clips. And we so appreciate all the hard work you're putting in with the Rewind with Besa. Well, we've had a great Feel Good Friday show today, a little bit over time, but wanted to make sure we got that clip in for you guys. And I really appreciate all the guests that came on today. My brother, Lamont Styles, oh, my family over there, Black Stax, and also Patrick Galactic. Man, we had a great time, and I can't wait to actually join the Waniverse live and in charge. But you guys will be able to see Weird at Night coming up tomorrow at 10 p.m. And then also, as always, 7 p.m. on Sunday, we have Truly Unruly, all of that right here on Converge Media. Anywhere you're watching Feel Good Friday right now, you can find those shows this weekend. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make it a really great Friday and a really great weekend. I know I'm going to be doing that as well. And as always, see yourself as a part of the solution as our guests have here today. I want you guys to always be inspired because we totally can use your brilliance on anything that you want. Trust me, there's a lot of things that need fixing in this world. Thank you guys again for watching Feel Good Friday. And until Monday at 11 a.m. with my guy, Big O. See you then. Peace.